Krell. Thorne's voice was a silken caress, layered over the shrieking alarms and the whine of failing shields. He stood at the viewport, regarding the colossal eye that dominated the cavern, a faint smile playing on his lips. Such a beautiful perspective, wouldn't you agree? Krell gripped his pulse rifle buckles white. Commander, the shields are collapsing. Vance is requesting a jump sequence. Thorne chuckled, a sound utterly devoid of warmth. Vance's impatience personified. A regrettable trait. But no, we won't be jumping. Not yet. We had a game to play, Lieutenant. A rather delightful game. A game? Krell's voice was tight, a tremor of fear threading through it. We're under attack. The ship is disintegrating around us. Precisely, Thorne purred. The stakes are exquisitely high, wouldn't you say? The fate of realities, the very fabric of history all on the table. He turned, his eyes glittering in the dim light. Don't you want to be a participant, Lieutenant? A key player in a grand design? Krell felt the pressure building in his head, a subtle influence attempting to cloud his judgment. He fought against it, clinging to the memory of his family, the oath he's sworn to uphold. My loyalty is to this ship, Commander, to its crew. A commendable sentiment, Thorne conceded, his smile widening. But loyalty can be redirected. Consider the possibilities. Krell. Imagine the power, the knowledge, the asterisk perspective asterisk. You're influencing me, Krell said, the realization hitting him with brutal clarity. He felt a phantom hand on his thoughts, a subtle steering of his perceptions. What have you done? Nothing more than offering an opportunity, Thorne replied, his voice laced with a condescending pity, to transcend the limitations of your programming, to join me, Krell, to become something more. The boarding ramp shuddered violently as another wave of alien warriors poured onto the bridge. Their forms were vaguely humanoid, but distorted, elongated limbs and iridescent skin that seemed to shift and ripple. They moved with an unnerving grace, their weapons emitting a sickly green glow. These are our allies, Krell, Thorne announced, gesturing towards the attackers with a casual wave. They understand the elegance of the game. Allies, Krell spat, raising his pulse rifle. They're attacking us. They're simply enthusiastic participants, Thorne corrected, his voice unwavering. You could join us, Krell, should your outdated notions of duty and embrace a higher purpose. I choose to fight, Krell said, his voice hard and resolute. He took a step forward, his pulse rifle trained on Thorne. Thorne didn't flinch. Such a regrettable choice, Lieutenant. A waste of potential. He raised a hand, and a wave of energy pulsed outwards, slamming Krell against the bulkhead. The lieutenant cried out, his head spinning. Elias, Thorne called out. Shall I, dear Lieutenant, the fruits of our collaboration? Elias, hunched over the diagnostic console, mumbled incoherently. His eyes darted wildly, reflecting a kaleidoscope of colors. Faces there in the cold laughter. He began to type frantically, a stream of alien symbols erupting across the screen. The Gambit's changing they see. Excellent. Elias, demonstrate integration, Thorne prompted. Suddenly, a holographic projection shimmered into existence, overlaying the bridge. It displayed a complex network of interconnected nodes, pulsing with an eerie light. As Elias manipulated the controls, the network began to shift and reshape, seemingly rewriting the very structure of reality. See, Krell? Thorne said, his voice dripping with amusement. The possibilities are endless. We can reshape history itself. Vance's voice crackled over the comms. Commander, we're losing containment. Temporal distortion is spiking. I'm requesting permission to initiate a full jump sequence. Silence, Vance. Thorne snapped, his tone icy. You are disrupting the flow. Your negativity is tiresome. The colossal eye blinked, a slow, deliberate movement that sent a ripple of fear through Krell's core. It seemed to be observing everything, judging. Join me, Krell, Thorne repeated, extending a hand. Embrace the game. Embrace power. Krell stared at Thorne's outstretched hand, then at the holographic network, then at the relentless advance of the alien warriors. He felt the insidious influence attempting to break his will, the subtle pressure to abandon his principles. He took a deep breath, focusing on the memory of his family, his duty. No, he said, his voice trembling but firm. I won't join you. He raised his pulse rifle, his finger tightening on the trigger. Then you leave me no choice, Thorne said, his smile vanishing. He snapped his fingers, and a blinding white light enveloped Krell.